No.
Oh, there we go. It didn't even give me the hello. We're up. We're live. I don't know where we are. We're probably in Texas. It's usually Texas.
It's always Texas.
Don't diss it. That's where I was born. Don't diss it. That's where.
Oh, hold up.
Oh, echo.
Okay. Yep, sorry, I'll turn it off in a moment.
Oh.
Hey, we know the Twitch audio is working.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to test.
Oh, hey, that was effective.
It's super effective.
Everybody knows now.
All of China knows you're here.
I'm upset with that remake.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, to Out of the Dark, and by extension, the Vigilance contract. I just wanted to mention that again. We are playing one of the official contracts for HC DRACONES.
Yeah.
And if somebody would please give me a recap, so we know where we ended up last time.
My notes.
I can go if nobody else wants to.
My notes were bad last time.
Oh,
What are
whose
notes?
fault is that? Alright, it's Vandal's turn.
I regretfully take no notes.
The investigation continues into the deaths of three prospective Pulse athletes. Arriving in the station, we were contracted by RPF. Cog and two Vectors were found pretty brutally torn apart. We dealt with the murder weapon, possible murder weapon, a large cargo tug, essentially. It was sort of a automated robot. But after filing our written reports with RPF, we started to uncover some inconsistencies. A lot of the athletes would have been pretty capable, and this thing, while scary, was honestly not the sort of thing that could have easily taken these guys. Not without a pretty significant fight. We're still investigating a lot of the surrounding circumstances, but as part of looking into the victims, we found that all of them had booked onto the Triumph, sort of a tour slash promotional ticket they had all won, along with 9 others, I believe. 12 passengers all told. The other 9 were successfully booked into their hotel rooms. The other 3 never showed up. So either they died on the ship or shortly after disembarking. The timelines are weird too, so we're currently investigating the.
I would just like to up so there's no confusion. They were confirmed to have disembarked.
Yes. We're currently in the maintenance dock that the Triumph is moored at, talking to one of the technicians. And it was then that a large, well, I mean, you can see for yourself, a large TTI ship approached the station, and pretty much immediately the technician we were speaking with started pleading with us. He knew what was going on and was begging protection in exchange for testimony. And I believe that's where we find ourselves.
Yeah,
I,
that was pretty much it.
and I will add that the person that we were talking to try to get information out of ran scared and tried to use me as a shield and started panicking like crazy.
Oh yeah, that ship we saw is spoopy.
The TTI ship, correct?
A TTI bioship, even.
Yep. Which aren't their standard issue. Normally they use Marsco for their throwaway stuff.
So, shit's gone crazy.
So that's a pulse ship, right?
No. Pretty sure no.
There probably are some parts of it that are pulsing, yes, but
Oh.
Oh, add to the creepy vector.
I mean, yeah, that long wavy tail you see, that is actually moving as the ship, well, moves.
Oh no, it's swimming through space.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Creepy. White
Like-
dots look like eyes.
It's not creepy. Those ships are awesome.
They are, but they are also creepy. Any mechanical, semi-mechanical object that can eat you is creepy in my book.
If only they were just creepy and kooky.
Copyright
No.
strikes. Ah.
Yeah, but it's like, if only. Because
So,
then everyone would love them at that point.
You are standing in the well, sort of lobby of the what's it called again? Maintenance hangars, with a very frightened looking chameleon begging you to arrest him.
I've never had somebody beg me to arrest them before, so, sure.
To be fair, you've never been a cop before.
I know, it's a day for firsts.
I'm gonna glance at this guy, back at the ship, and then back at him. I completely lost my train of thought.
Okay, let's just place you under arrest, and that way we can take you into custody, and if TTI raises any sort of a stink, then we can say that you're under IRPF custody and all that as a witness. So, I guess you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be repeated back to you in a mocking tone of voice.
I don't know if the Miranda rights exist in this universe.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I warned you.
Just a bit of injured pride. I'm sorry, you weren't?
Yeah, Duke definitely has a whole bunch of questions, but he knows that he needs to get this person to a safer place before you can actually ask anything.
So, what are you actually doing?
Arresting him and taking him back to the IRPF HQ.
Okay.
Let's see. Trying to think of something. I already know that ship was not scheduled for docking.
Is that true?
Excuse me?
Was it scheduled to dock as part of the competition, or is this unexpected?
The TTI ship?
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Okay.
But if you would like, you can give me a protocol roll.
Sure.
I got a boon
Difficulty?
in that. Why not?
I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
Mind?
Mind exert.
Yes.
Nope! Ship goes over here and does the...
Boon +1.
Okay.
There you go.
Rezi?
Sorry, I had to fix a thing real quick. What's the roll?
Mind Exert Protocol, difficulty 2.
Okay. Where'd my character sheet go? There it went. Insert. Protocol Q. So, 10. What were my boons? Not my boons, my... Okay. I don't have protocol, so that.
Yeah, I figured that was about what was gonna happen. As soon as you said I don't have protocol, Red's gonna use this.
Okay. Well, TTI isn't really known to take part in these sort of events.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not in any big way. And that is a cruiser-sized bioship. That's definitely not supposed to be here.
Oh dear.
Now you say cruiser as in Pew Pew Space Combat Cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Battle cruiser operational.
Oh.
Like that. Probably doesn't have a Yamato cannon, but still.
It has a Yamato snoot.
It might have a
Aim
Mac
for
cannon.
aim for the cheeks, it's the weak spots.
Alright, well,
The amount of cannon was so satisfying.
So question then, I suppose, is as we're heading back to... I'm assuming we're heading back to RPF headquarters immediately. Just question posed to the other party members there.
As long as this ship all of a sudden doesn't start opening fire and or like
Well, then
release
I
a
feel
boarding party that starts slaughtering people.
Yeah, then I feel we'd really want to get back to TTI not TTI headquarters. No, we'd really want to get back to IRPF headquarters if that was the case.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what else we can really discern here. This guy has the information that we need, and we need to get him safe.
Mhm.
Just slap him upside the head until he matches the surroundings.
No. Alright.
Okay.
So, off to IRPF HQ.
Alright. Okay. Yep, you can get there without problem. Lamb, the chameleon, remains resolutely quiet during the time. Although he continues to look very scared.
Perhaps understandably.
As you get back to the precinct, there is a certain amount of sort of panicked activity.
Alright, time to find the boss man.
Turns out Bossman is very busy.
How dare you.
Alright, well, send a message to him saying we've detained someone possibly of interest to TTI, with a connection to our murder investigation. And in the meanwhile, let's find an interrogation room.
Good idea.
There's a bit of so to speak paperwork you have to go to. You know, they basically process your suspect so that on file as arrested and everything.
Right.
But that is in the light of things, that is all hurried along, and
I wasn't sure how
soon
long
enough.
they're gonna keep us there when that thing is looming.
Sorry, yes.
No, I was gonna say, everyone at the IRPF thing is really busy, right? As you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess it doesn't really take a rocket science to figure out that this TTI ship is probably the root cause of a lot of it. Would I be able to glean any kind of information about like what they're doing here, what they have plans, like overhear conversation that people are having?
Not really, no.
Okay.
So, you find yourself in an interrogation room with Lamb, who, you know, as he's now, you know, arrested and in custody and everything, he pretty much without prompting, he starts, he starts, you know, spilling the beans, as they say.
Dang, I really wanted to be a bad cop.
I'll be good cop and get him a cup of coffee while he's talking.
Well, sorry for presenting you with someone just willing to talk. Next time I'm coming with somebody you have to beat up first or something.
Yes.
He's not cooperating. Wham, 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 wham.
And I could be one of the Muppets.
It started innocent enough, right? It's just in store. That's the overseer. He had this idea for us to make a little side money bringing in contraband. You know, it's little things, stims that weren't sold here, or stuff that the IPF printers won't print. You know, even less like entertainment and stuff. Just things you can find out here. Nothing dangerous. That was working well. Because we are the ones watching out for it, so it wasn't much chance of us getting caught. But Justin got thinking eventually. Some IRPF officers going to find out and figure out that it wasn't just being left behind by tourists. So we switched by moving products through here from one ship to another, bypassing customs, and that was a little worrying, right? Because you generally don't try to bypass customs until the whole planet doesn't really want you bringing in what you're bringing in. But we were eating well, you know. I had money for once, and all I had to do was sign off on not seeing stuff I saw. There's not much room for advancement out here, and this was basically all I had. But then Justin starts moving further with it. Moving weapons, dangerous shit, stuff like that. The pay was way better, but I started getting worried. It's too late though, right? I mean, by the time he started doing that, we'd all been on board with this operation for over a year. He starts setting up regular clients, scary guys. Going through our station shaves major time off the operation, and we can make it possible. So we did. You know, and I started eating real good, at least for a bit. But today he comes here with a new thing. Big fat crate with locks I've never seen, and the TTI Tesseract slept on top. And he's dragging 3 bodies with him on a stretcher, and I'm going, what the fuck, man? He says he's used the pulse ship to smuggle it over here, and the pilot was in on it, but when they were inspecting a cargo, those 3 people, I don't know. Maybe they were looking to get a little flirty in the hold or something, but they came down and saw what was going on, so we shot them. Shot all 3 of them. Pulled them off the trump in a bag, and he tells me he's got this plan to make it look like one of the lifters glitched and tore them up, and I this is the first time I've seen this operation kill anyone. I didn't think we were at that point, and then he wants to tear up the corpses, and he's got I don't know what in that TTI box, but well, they're flying around outside in one of their monster cruisers, and I'm fucking done, man. I was on board when we were helping a few space-stuck locals get high in their spare time. I didn't sign up for this shit.
You kind of did.
Not really. There's a difference. There's a fine line between smuggling and doing this sort of stuff. Trust me. She kind of looks around and goes, "Listen, I've seen my share of smuggling operations, and okay, yeah, no, you're gonna be all right. Okay, we can get you immunity for your testification. We'll focus on that for now, and we'll see what this whole deal with TTI is. If what you're telling us is true, then you won't be who they're looking for. I'm pretty sure it's going to be your boss. Who was it you said that it was?
Justin Starr.
Well, I mean, with his testimony, that's kind of open and closed for this case, really. But it sounds like there might be a little bit of a new case here.
Justin, can you remember anything specific details about the TTDI box, including the manifestation? Manifest numbers.
No, there was nothing like that. There was no documentation or anything. Just this weird box with a TTI logo on top.
How big are we talking? Are we talking like vehicle big, like person big?
No, it's let me check if there's a thing. It's not vehicle big. It's not even person big. But let me see if it says anywhere how big exactly it is. Oh no, of course it doesn't say here anywhere here. But probably something in the 3x3x3 feet area.
Okay. So Vandal big, but not quite
about.
Vandal ain't that thick.
Hold on, let me get that in my notes. Vandal ain't that thick. Good information.
Good.
That's the important kind of character development you can find in Out of the Dark.
Because that's just so vandalous. Sorry.
Alright, so I say we get the boss man in on this, see what he has to say, because honestly this could help a lot. We need to find Justin too. Where was he last seen? Slash, have we met Justin?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Then who are we talking to?
Probably in the maintenance hangar. But okay. Yeah. You contact Jackson, who is who sounds not at all happy. You know, not with you, but you know, in general, he's not having a good day.
Good news, boss. Got a witness in custody who can testify to the involvement of one Justin Starr in the murder.
Well, that's something.
Yeah. Well, make your day better and worse. The TTI ship is here because of this investigation.
Okay, things are coming together. I've been discussing things with the captain of the TTI ship. They claim that something dangerous is on board the station, something of theirs. But they won't say what it is or how we can find it, and but they say it's they won't show up on our scanners, and that it could become a station-wide threat.
Oh boy, lovely, great. You might want to come down to the interrogation center. We can fill you in.
You come up to my office.
Right, on our way. Let's bring the suspect with us.
Can we?
With the witness. Yeah, sure.
No, leave him down there. I'll send someone to take care of. We'll take care of him.
Right. Just keep Justin Starr off of the visiting privilege list. In fact, you might not want to allow visitors at all.
You from GTR. No, that's not.
We haven't met Mr. Stahl yet.
Yeah, that's not stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the chameleon that we've been talking to is a different guy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But
Yes.
Sorry, was so a little distracted.
Alright, let's head up to boss's office.
That was an
I'm sure
interrogation.
this room
Everything
is
was
already set
recorded.
up for that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
and I prefer the phrase advanced advanced coercion tactics.
Okay. So, you find yourself at the door to Jackson's office, where you have to wait for a couple of minutes before you get called in. And you can immediately see that Jackson is a little less harried than before. He motions you to sit down, and then starts. Alright, first of all, nicely done. Looks like I hired luck today. When this is all over, you might consider signing on with the RPF for a while. But,
I poke her face.
Let's get on with things. I just got off the horn with the TTI captain. We danced a bit, but I fed her some of your story, and I got some in return. Basically, whatever cargo just stole was originally intended to be loaded on that ship outside for transit to Io, and never got there. They've tracked it here, and yes, Io. They've tracked it here, and since you've confirmed it, it did in fact get on board. I'm inclined to believe is actually as dangerous as they claim it is. This is embarrassing for both corps. We've dropped the ball hard. Didn't notice a smuggling operation on our own walls until it was already well established. As for them, they let someone walk off with what I can only assume is some sort of explosive or war machine, or who knows. Twofold fuck up, which at least means we have little to lose by working together. She claims they have means to track it if they come inside and look. I told her you people had uncovered everything so far, and you're already knee-deep in this. She's agreed to allow you to take whatever tracking system they have and find it for her, rather than send TTI codes on board and make everyone even more nervous. Congratulations, you've hit prime time. Pull this off, and both IRPF and TTI will owe you one. Just don't choke, please. If we need to evacuate during an event like this, this is going to be literal hell.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine what the evacuation procedures are for a station of this size.
But it isn't.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an intercom message going, "Goodbye, everybody. It was a good run."
It's a
The
soda
music
can.
from Titanic playing.
It's a soda can pop. Evacuation.
Gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you.
If anything were to survive the early events of HSD, it'd be freaking Titanic.
Yep.
If there's any human media left, it's that. Cogs have been able to replicate it though, because Master's voice. Or Vector 7.
No, they the recording of the end credits music is just the really off-key, half-wailed version that that one YouTuber made by accident.
Oh my god.
Because he didn't realize his mic was on. Alright, so work with TTI, grab their prototype scanner thing, look around, don't cause a station-wide panic, don't get killed, and hopefully arrest these smugglers. Got it. Simple enough. No pressure.
Just another day in the life.
meet up with wherever we need to meet up with. He's going to go and retrieve his pistol instead, and not that way he has it with him this time.
Yeah, actually being armed is going to be good going forward.
Yeah.
Problem, didn't we leave most of our weapons planet side?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have my pistol.
I have a pistol and a knife.
I asked you to note down what you're actually bringing. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, what did you
wait.
bring?
I brought my tremor pole and my folding bow.
Because those actually had athletic cover stories.
Yep. But what I'm saying is the stuff we left was planet side.
Oh. So I don't remember if I left that planet side or not.
I did say small things like a handgun would be fine.
Oh yeah.
Except for I think mine, because it was the glove one. Which
Now, I was
is why
able to
didn't
bring
it.
in my
Oh, right.
ray blade and pistol. Ray blade's fairly easy enough to smuggle and sneak.
What's that thing called? Palm shot. Yeah, I'm not going to bring that onto an IRPF station.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be questions.
Yeah, I decided against bringing mop.
Very vigorous questions.
Mop? I don't remember mop.
Her laser scythe.
Oh. Cool.
Or vibro scythe, whatever. One of the two.
Same difference. You need to cuss through things like they're not there. But being honest, bringing that out into space in general just sounds like a bad idea. If it's not properly stored.
You just don't turn it on, it's fine.
Anyway,
What's the worst that can happen? It somehow turns itself on.
Holy crap. Did you hear that?
No?
No.
Okay, good. Just wondering. That was a very loud thunder.
oh, cool.
Well,
We
then
had
you know...
thunder this morning.
Then you definitely know I didn't hear it, because I would have gone, ha 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 ha.
Okay. Um. Okay. So, I'm guessing you agree to this new assignment.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sure.
In that case, you are
In for a
Jackson
credit, in for
directs
the
you
whole
to
stick.
Jackson directs you to the nearest dock, where a small IRPF shuttle is already waiting for you to take you to the bioship.
Oh boy.
Bio.
Well, this is gonna go perfect.
So, the IRPF shuttle is a small, lightweight affair, specifically meant for transit to nearby ships. Out its large front window, you can see the looming form of the TTI bioship. The sun is rolling up over its terminus, casting a golden outline that feels like looking up at some great sea monster from below more than a ship out in space. The hull is dotted with milky sensor eyes that pan and swivel in all directions. And though it has an armored metallic surface, you can see it flex and ripple as though breathing.
Vandal is captivated and horrified at the same time.
Rhett reaches up to touch it.
I don't think you can. We're in a separate ship.
Oh, sad. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I
kind of
forgot.
look at the ship and kind of look at me and kind of see like almost the similarities a bit.
It's terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Let's just make this quick, okay?
So, you are approaching the ship, and no, there's a hangar opening, and it looks fairly normal, you know, not like a mouth that opens or something. And as you get closer, the pilot lets you know that TTI has requested that all weaponry and monitoring equipment be left on the shuttle.
Oh boy. Fine, sure. I suppose we don't have a choice.
Said weaponry, right?
And monitoring equipment, yeah.
Okay, I don't have any of that, but what is the difficulty to pass at least like a ray blade through?
And a weapon,
I think
can opener.
you'd have to hide it on your person. That would be a, what's it called? A stealth, I'd say. Stealth check.
Yeah.
I would also accept sabotage.
Okay, stealth check.
Yeah, I'm not trying for a temporary visit.
I could do stealth.
Rhett. Because Rhett will comply with leaving his pistol on the shuttle, but he wants to try to sneak his his little handheld diagnostic engine.
What's that called again?
The Omni detection and diagnostic engine. I forget which page.
Okay, yeah, stealth checks. I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
And that would be body exert.
Oh, good question, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wrong button.
The body exert.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I think I missed the difficulty. It's at 3, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Got a +2 in stealth and a boon.
I got neither.
I'd like to perform the stealthy action stealthily.
That's fair.
Double stealth.
I'd like to
No, it's just like
Is competently a boon modifier?
Yeah, it's the free +1.
That's fair.
what was that terrible movie? Like Now You See Me, like the magicians, and they did this like weird chip steal thing where they're looking a card between everyone.
Oh no, was that movie bad? I wanted to see that.
I don't remember.
Who didn't
Overall, it was
seem that bad?
I mean, overall,
We're
it was a
getting
good movie, but
We
it was
are getting
really
distracted.
Guys,
really.
we're getting distracted.
We are.
Yes, please stop it.
We're going through ship customs. This should be simple.
I
They're the
got,
ones to just sneak stuff in.
I know.
I don't have anything I gotta sneak through.
Okay.
We're literally here for a handoff.
So
That's
who's
it.
sneaking stuff through, and what? And what did you roll? Did you succeed?
Nah, Rhett did not succeed.
Duke did.
Okay.
So he's got to leave that. He's got to leave it back on the shuttle. He was hoping to get some scans.
Oh, that's true. You're progenitus, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's
And he's very interested in TTI tech, especially in the bioengineering fields.
That's called corporate espionage.
yeah. Especially since the two corporations are like they openly hate each other.
Okay. So you are as you step off the shuttle, you are greeted by a how I actually call it a TTI type person who says they will take you to meet the captain.
Thank you.
I will follow and just look around at this ship as I have never been inside of a living ship.
Comparatively few people have. It doesn't immediately look much different from other spaceships. You know? Like the doors appear for example, the doors like they don't look like other doors. They appear to move somewhat more fluidly. And it's also something else you notice is that while the material seems to be metallic, it's the design is much more fluid and organic instead of the usual hard angles you see in spaceships. And give me a quick mind body perceive check, please. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
Wait, no. Plus the exert, right?
Yep.
Oof.
Oof. That's
Oh, it took a
Other
moment.
That was
people are passing.
mind exert.
Other
Difficulty
people
two.
pass in this.
Body perceive.
Body perceive. Thank you.
I think those.
I don't
are
know why I
the
heard mind
numbers.
exert.
You need to check. Yep, those are the numbers.
Wishful thinking.
Oh shoot! I forgot to ask if I got simplified due to hearing and olfactory.
No,
Oh.
this is purely visual.
Purely
Makes sense.
visual. Okay, true.
The dice are lying to me.
Why do I keep trying to go?
Squeaks.
Uh huh.
You're back.
Rhett, is it okay if Rhett uses a focus?
Yes, sure.
I'll reroll that too.
I'll go ahead and +1.
We all see things. I see things.
That was the D10. Okay.
Bloop. It's now a 2.
So 6 plus 4, 13.
Okay, so those of you who succeeded, as you move through the ship and look down one of the longer hallways, you notice that it is ever so slightly flexing as you look.
Ooh.
Oh.
Rhett is taking mental notes.
I
Vandal has a very weird expression on her face.
don't want to be here.
She's like, this is cool. In a really disturbing
Neat.
way, this is cool.
Rhett is going to walk up to one of the walls and touch it,
Bam.
just to feel the pulsing.
It's not actually pulsing.
Ah,
It is no. It feels metallic, very smooth. But the motion is too slight and too broad to actually feel it.
oh.
You know, it's not like a ripple is going through the hallway. It's just the entire hallway is flexing a little. You know? If you weren't looking, you probably hadn't even noticed it.
But otherwise, it just sort of looks like a sort of like ceramic kind of material.
It looks metallic,
Neat.
or it appears metallic.
That's cool.
So,
Fascinating.
yeah, like I said, the uniformed crew member just takes you to the ship, and eventually you are approaching a set of larger doors. But another crew member steps up and exchanges a few quick words with them, and then they turn to Squeaks. Says, we are very sorry about this, but if you could wait outside here. The ship is sensitive to certain people and will need a bit to acclimate to the presence and courtesy to the pilot as well as the ship itself. Like I said, if you could wait out here. The meeting likely won't take.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Squeaks is just kind of find a place to sit and or squat.
They will guide you like to a little side room that makes for a reasonable waiting area.
All right.
So spot to sit down. They even get you something to drink.
Round coffee. Squeaks is probably gonna look around and find some ordinary ass thing and Just be completely absorbed by it.
Like ground coffee.
Like ground coffee. Oh no, I don't want that to absorb me. Is this the shipwide threat?
No.
Yeah, a batch of round coffee gained sentience, and
I don't know what you put in this round coffee, but it's talking to me.
It's saying, is it saying percolate?
It's telling
Percolate?
it's telling me dark secrets.
Alright, the rest of you can move on. The bioship's bridge is a spacious open room with a massive vaulted ceiling. It's dark, and displays line the wall for individual stations to use. There's a vector suspended in the middle of the bridge in what looks like a built-in skeletal formation of some sort. It looks to be holding them firmly but comfortable, and is sealed along their back, where blue lines shine through clear portion of suspended liquid. Within their solution, the vector's spine is exposed, and their eyes are covered by a helm of the ship's metallic flesh. This could only be the massive organism's pilot. Far above everyone is a beautiful and constantly fluctuating star sky. Millions of tiny points of light on mobile silica wave back and forth, creating high-definition images in organic swirls, as the ship itself focuses on the universe around it. Occasionally, Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Occasionally, it will look at a ship, and then a moment later, it will look inside the ship, using unknown senses to detect the movement and motions of everyone within. Whenever that happens, it quickly reverts to a larger view, as though being yanked back to attention.
Rhett is really wishing he had his little handheld device right now.
Quick question.
Yes.
How big is this ship? AKA, is it within 500 feet? Just in case I have to scream over the ESP node.
What?
ESP node has a 500 feet range.
so
Yes.
if he needs to yell to us for some reason.
Yeah, so just in case.
You are in a room basically just outside the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
are maybe 50 meters away.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I don't have a mental. I don't have mental sizes for all this yet.
So yeah, you have a minute or two to look around if you wish. Well, of course, they won't let you push buttons or anything, but
Naturally. Well, I'm gonna. We're speaking with the captain, correct?
but not yet. But that's the idea.
Okay. Kind of stand out of the way and kind of look around and say, this ship, is it a prototype, or is this just what this classification of ship looks like? You said some ships take issue with people like our friend?
Oh, is that a question to the person you guided around, or what was it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't catch
That was in character.
Okay. Well, you will understand that can't really divulge much information. But many bioships are sensitive to certain.
Okay.
Not unheard of. Well, I imagine it is unheard of for you.
Kind of. A ship. A ship taking issue with somebody on a personal level is news to me.
So this ship is a giant organism?
Yes, it is.
Rhett continues just looking all around.
Eventually, your guide says, here comes the cap. And you can see a seal tower approaching you.
Oh no, the poor thing.
A what?
A seal tower.
Oh.
Oh. How? I'm just imagining cute, fuzzy, chibi Jabba the Hutt in seal form.
Is there a
Is there
picture
like
of him?
legs?
No. Seal towers are known for having it very tough. Because more than almost any other, pretty much any other morphism period, their form is not suited for pretty much anything. But the sharp uniform and a look of authority and experience tells you that this is indeed the captain, and probably a very capable one.
Cool.
However, she appears not unfriendly. She gives you a smile. And says, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Fascia, and you're currently on board the TTI biocruiser Jackyons. I hope your trip was pleasant.
Certainly swift, and the accommodations have been decent regarding the circumstances.
No complaints so far.
I admit, I wish I was on board under better circumstances.
Yes, quite understandable. But speaking of which, I've been in contact with Vigilance Station, as you know, and Jackson and I have come to an agreement that I think will help all of us, provided you are willing to participate.
Lay it on me.
The smugglers on board that station have adopted a particularly dangerous TTI weapon. At the moment, it shouldn't be a major risk, but we're not certain what they've done with it or who they plan to sell it to, and it's certainly not something you should be toying around with. Details and tracking equipment are waiting for you down in the lab. TTI appreciates your help with this, and I can match Jackson's offer in payment for your services. Should you refuse, she shrugs at that. We'll have to go in ourselves. So probably not gonna be a pleasant endeavor with the games at all, but that's what we'll have to do.
Right. So we're damage control, basically.
Well, we hope there won't actually be any damage.
Right. Hence the control. Okay, so we go down to the lab, talk to them, and find out how to look for this thing.
Yes.
Can you guys tell us what it is?
I can't go into details up here. Not everyone on the bridge is clear to know them.
Okay, so
I can tell you it's a weapon that many people are at risk if it's activated. It's
Okay,
it currently isn't, and if we're lucky, they won't go through extreme means to change that. But the guys in the lab can tell you more.
Okay, to the lab then. This thing, if it is activated, are we talking evacuate the entire station, or are we talking like armed response? Or is this like, should I be thinking bomb, or like?
You will have to talk to R&D. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I remember this came up in the last campaign, and it was mentioned again here. The ability to like look through ships. Is that how you found out that this was stolen, or like is this something that you can use to help?
While Jaculus isn't quite omniscient, honestly, it could, yes. But IRPF wouldn't like that. Neither would Pulse, and we're trying to play nice. You have probably noticed that the ship is quite perceptive. She motions like above to the this organic monitor thing, where you can see the ship looking around. In a place this populated, our pilot is having to work particularly hard to avoid privacy violations. But the ship feels surrounded and wants to know who is where and what they're doing. And I would rather not get into an argument with the IRPF just over how invasive we were.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I think I need to go ahead and just call it today. I'm not feeling well.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Okay.
The call before we started was a bit...
Alright. I'll have a good
You
rest of
guys
your day,
have
Millie.
fun, and please do keep me updated. I'm sorry for this.
No worries. We all have those days. Just
That
go
is
take care
okay,
of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, anything else?
I suppose we just need to head down to the lab.
Alright. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And she motions to the crew member who has guided you so far, who motions you to follow him.
Alright, follow behind.
Follow, 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 follow. As you're walking, because
and they're collecting squeaks, of course.
Whoa! Collect them all.
Come on.
Collect the fan.
Collect the fence.
He says, one important thing I should mention. A ship this size tends to have a lot of internal R&D, and we have great facilities for it, and obviously we are ideal situations for space work. Occasionally that means having to move things from place to place in the ship that not everyone is supposed to see. Then he points at a couple of darkened lights along the wall. See those? If they begin flashing yellow and you hear beeping, that means something classified is coming down your corridor. All you need to do is turn and face the wall, close your eyes, and cover them until the beeping stops. It's a bit old-fashioned, I know, but you have to make do with what you got on the ship.
Right.
That's interesting.
I feel safe.
But it's not dangerous, it's just security.
I know, but still.
Right. So keep going towards the lab, and I guess
yeah, so you move down several floors and enter a double airlocked cleanroom facility.
cool.
And it is an extensive lab complex. However, at least at the moment, is there isn't much going on. Like at the like at first, only other person you see is a tech of some sort, hunched over some sort of mechanism, and after a couple of moments of waiting, you're greeted by a rather excited canary in a lab coat.
Aww.
Who directs you rather urgently towards the back, where there is a sort of presentation room.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if... Hold on.
Probably the most
Oh
classified
no, are we
facility
going
I've
to
been
have
in.
one of those meetings I've heard about?
Well... I don't know.
If so, I need more of that round coffee I got.
There we go.
Oh, you got round coffee? I'm so jealous. They don't let us have that down here. So yeah, you're basically you're getting herded into this presentation room, where you are greeted by another lab-coated canary, looking very much identical to the first one.
Oh,
Blinks,
twins.
looks at them both. Twins?
Are you saying that?
Yes.
They look at each other for a moment. Then, what do you mean?
Never mind.
Give me a difficulty 1 mind perceived. Everyone may do this.
Mind perceive?
Yes, difficulty 1.
Okay. Character sheet, I need you.
I don't think I've passed a single roll today.
Oh.
Oh. Oh wait, no.
I am very distracted by this shit, okay?
They're a clone.
Understandable.
They're clones like Vandal.
Thinking back, that tech you saw working on whatever it was, you saw them only from the back, but those yellow tail feathers sticking out under their lab coat, those look very familiar now.
Oh. It's a lab staffed nothing but clones of the same bird.
Sorry. So, yeah, once you all, once you all, settled down. So, all right. Please pay close attention to this. And on the screen, they bring up an image of a large-looking crate/case thing, which is about what your suspect described. You see it open, and inside is a bony orb about the size of a soccer ball, with 4 legs coming out at not on the sides, but they're like what you say evenly distributed. Yeah, so 4 legs, each slotted into a little restraint thing that's sculpted inside the case.
Interesting.
Okay, that's the bird on the left, whose name tag reads Jess, says, clapping her hands. So, this is a dormant Gorgon-class agriform. We kinda call this guy the Meteor, because he's round and made of meat.
Oh. Vandal does finger guns at Jess.
And she gives you a smile and anyway, so this is it sleeping before it's actually been activated, and this is it all grown up. She waves her hand, and the picture changes, bring up the still simulation of an clearly the same creature, but it is enormous, heavily armored. Appears to be essentially a giant mouth with 4 armored legs. Based on the scale reference, it's roughly the size of a bus.
Oh.
It got big.
Yes, this is the big problem. She gesticulates to it. This agriform was developed as a shock unit. It's easy to smuggle into protected areas, and it's just really hard to kill. It has about 6 feet of completely useless reinforced flesh and bone surrounding anything important. Its nervous system is nearly non-existent, has the brain the size of a walnut, no digestive organs to rupture, and so on. All it's supposed to do is chase down and chomp anything and everything.
So it's my ex.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
It lives and then it dies, and between points A and B, it can wreck pretty much anything small enough to get in its mouth. We can steer it a bit with impulses and pheromones, but it's largely designed to be light and getaway sort of weapons. The other bird, whose name tag reads Tess, will look gravely at the party. The meteor agroform is akin to a tank in durability. It's much faster and more random in its move. If it awakens on that space station, it's unlikely that the local IRPF possesses enough firepower to deal lethal damage for it. Well, because before it causes considerable damage and loss of life.
And I imagine you'll probably want it back intact.
If possible, yeah. Eventually, its own metabolism will kill it. Can't tell you how long that will take, but I can't tell you that we don't really want to wait for that.
Right.
At all. It's just... Even a little bit. Very bad, agrees Tess.
Just in case, could we have some of that pheromone guiding tech with us? That way, if it does wake up, we could try to guide it out an airlock, and you can pick it up then.
I am afraid that would be out of the question. Not only can I not let you have that, I said we can guide it a little bit.
Oh.
Right.
Duke's gonna raise his hand.
Yes?
One question. Why would you make this?
It's a
What
weapon.
purpose does this serve?
It's a weapon.
It wouldn't
Tess points at Vendel. Yeah, what she said.
A weapon that is just as likely to turn on you.
Well, that's why you drop it far away from your own,
They were too
from
busy
anything you don't
asking
want
if they
destroyed.
could. They didn't think to ask if they should.
I kind of want a tiny one that's not a vicious ball of death. I won't lie. It's a ball with legs. If it was tiny, it'd be cute, but this is horrifying.
Tess turns to Jess and says, "You know what? That's not a bad idea." Says, "We could. I mean, yeah, it would take a bit to remove all the growth triggers." Says, "No. We can't risk that. What if? I mean, it's highly unlikely, but what if there's a random trigger? No, we'd have to design it from the ground up without the growth. That would be a lot of work. Yeah, but imagine it might be worth it. Because she's right. That would be pretty cute. Imagine the little thing jumping around, trying to jump harmlessly on stuff.
Not to mention, you could sell it to like the wargamer crowd. You know, it's just a miniature version of this giant wrecking ball.
Dude just like groans and rubs his head, like what? Just saying to himself, "What the hell is wrong with these people?"
I'm just imagining a drunk vandal riding around on top of one of these things. Just skitters down a hallway with her like woo rodeo style on the top.
So-
Another question is, why isn't Vandal asking for royalties on this?
I mean that we can we'll just Vandal kind of waves a hand and says we can discuss ideas and possible royalties later. Anyway, let's get a hold of this one first.
Yes. The Tess and Jess are like drawn back to the current problem. Right. Where is it? Oh, right here. Yes, thank you. What we need you is to use this scanner She holds up a device. Look, roughly akin to a clean sweep. To home in on the case's location and retrieve it. The scanner looks for a very specific TTI signature key to this particular life form. So it has a great range and accuracy. The case itself is very well secured, and it should be closed when you find it. From there, all you have to do is bring baby home, and we'll take care of the rest.
Baby?
Yeah, it's the baby one. And then it wakes up and eats us all.
That's what they named it.
No, it's Meteor.
Yeah, that's right.
Spelled like that.
Yep.
Okay, so
I like
find
that.
the horrifying cannonball monstrosity, using this thing. Shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of armed smugglers that turn this thing on as a giant FU. What were the triggers, by the way, to turn this thing on? Or things we should avoid?
It's really nothing to worry about in that regard. So, maybe not shoot it.
So long as it's in the container, we shouldn't have to worry about triggers.
As long as it remains closed, everything's fine.
Okay, so don't open the box. Got it.
And if it gets out?
It
Jump
can't.
out
That case is super secured.
Why am I having a hard time believing this? What? Where's that sign of yours of how many days since last accident? It probably says 3 on it, doesn't it?
Why would we have a sign like that?
Yeah, those just evoke bad luck.
Yep. Out of character. It's perfectly secured. That's how every story starts.
Nothing will go wrong until it starts rampaging and destroying the city, busting open airlocks and eating small children.
Well, technically it can't eat anybody. They said it didn't have a digestive system, so it would just kind of masticate them and spit them out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ew.
Gee, thanks. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
What are you gonna do? Gum me to death?
Oh my god, one of these without teeth. It's like Angry Pac-Man.
Oh. It's Pac-Man, but Doom.
Oh, okay.
Also, my god, just the description made me think of the picture I put in the chat.
Well,
Oh.
what
Wow.
the heck is that?
Karkas, they're from Guild Wars.
Huh.
Oh.
I still have yet to play that game.
You know, if you told me that was from Half-Life, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Ditto.
I just remembered something. Just gotta.
Is there a picture of these things?
I just have to. Oh, I don't have it here. I thought I had it. Seth actually printed a model of one of them.
See if it's on
the-
his gallery.
Wait, I can't.
I don't think it's on his gallery.
No. No. But I can. This is not the best angle, but I can. Where is the red button? Yeah.
Put it on your gallery. I want to see the adorable cannonball monstrosity.
Let's give me a moment. Well, like I said, this isn't a great angle, but I'm gonna put it in the Discord chat. That is the fully grown version of it.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Aha.
There it is.
Oh yeah, that's awesome and terrifying.
Nom nom. Let's just do that so we can get a. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that.
Mine was actually not too terribly far off.
Yeah, no, that was pretty close.
And both just indiscriminately kill things.
I eat this?
No, it eats you.
Not if I eat it first.
Struggle is real.
Yeah, I could see Vandal riding a tiny one of those. Galloping along the corridors, leaving dents everywhere. Okay, find the meteor and bring it home. Anything else we should know?
No, not really. So any other questions you have?
Not really. Like, if say we go to arrest these smugglers and they turn this thing on, like, what do we do? I don't suppose there's an off button somewhere on this thing?
Yeah. Where do
No,
you
of
shoot it to cause the most damage?
No, of course not. That would kinda defeat the purpose of a weapon like this.
So, what was that about using it far away from where you are? What happens when that doesn't happen?
What happens with the grenade when it blows up in your hand?
Oh, okay, cool. Smoking boot situation, got it.
I'm in danger.
No, what I mean is, accidents can happen. Yeah, things can work out not in ways that you intend to. There's not always ways to counter this. That's why we keep them in these super secured cases. Trust me, as long as the case is closed, there's no problem.
Now, if only you guys could hold on to those super secure cases.
I mean, that's not these guys' responsibility, to be fair. I don't think anyone accounted here for customs to be in on the smuggling ring. I mean, they're lost, she says, glaring in the vague direction of Vigilance. Okay, so let's just plan, like, get back aboard Vigilance, find this thing as soon as possible, and then we try and find and arrest the smuggling ring, but not before we get this out of their hands.
Okay. Well, unless there are any other questions you have.
Nothing off the top of my head.
Well, as you see the station suddenly implode, you will know that we have failed.
Oh, come on, don't be a pessimist.
Don't be silly. A meteor can do that. It's a good idea, though. We should look into that.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I'm out of here.
A singularity-based self-destruct mechanism, so when it finally does die, no evidence of it is remaining. It's just...
That seems like something TTI would definitely do.
Why not just do the singularity thing instead?
That is stereotyping, good sir.
Is it wrong?
Here, take the scanner and be off.
Vandal kind of jabs Duke in the ribs and is like, don't be rude to the scientists, they're being nice and giving them their toys to play with. And hopefully we don't die. Okay, thanks guys! Bye, Justas.
As you leave the presentation room, there is another canary in the lab coat walking by. Their name tag is reading Res.
Vandal just blinks. Huh. Glad I'm not the only one.
I'm gonna look at them, look back in the room, look at them, just like massage my head because I definitely have a headache now. Oh,
They actually can teleport, and there's only one of them.
Oh my God. Yes.
Depending on the angle, the name tag changes, like those little holographic cards.
Guys, let's get off this shit. This is just getting crazy now.
Why? This is all really fascinating.
My head hurts. Now let's get out of here before those little blinky light things go off or whatever.
Speaking of which, as you are guided back to the airlock, the blinky lights go off.
Vandal stands in the corner like she's been grounded.
Same.
There's
She pulls
a
her
beeping.
ears over her face.
Rhett
Aw.
faces the wall and is going to attempt to barely peep an eye open to see if he can see anything.
Bad idea.
As they go off, you just hear Duke say quite loudly, "Oh, come on!"
Red,
Yes.
a TTI crew member tells you, sir, please put your hands over your eyes.
Fine. He complies.
Is any of you actually trying to peek, though?
Nope.
Duke
Nope.
wants nothing of this. He's just facing the wall, trying to make sure his tar butt's not in the way.
Although I would like to do an auditory body perceive check, just to see if I can hear anything interesting.
Ooh. Brett has that, I think.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he does.
Olfactory.
You do the
He's got
sniffing,
hearing.
I do the hearing.
He's got hearing reclaimed.
Well, go ahead. Go roll the according body perceived checks. Difficulty 3.
Wait, is that right?
Sneef, sneef.
Wait, that seems wrong. Hold on.
Alright, spending a focus.
Body
Wait.
perceive.
I'm not going to spend a focus.
He would have to spend 2 focus on that one.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. That is right. Plus.
Minus.
Come on. Yes! Barely.
Barely. 13.
Okay, that was both for listening, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright.
That'd be horrible if we hear nothing.
No, you do hear stuff. Footsteps. Yep, around 5, maybe 6 people. And wheels going over the floor. Your guess is something is being pushed on some sort of trolley thing.
And judging by the number of footsteps, something may be big.
And after a minute or so, the beeping stops.
My ears are ringing.
Oh, yeah,
Wasn't
let's get
that
the hell
odd?
off here.
I have sensitive ears.
The rest of the way, you get behind you without further incidents.
Hooray!
And soon you are back on the shuttle and on your way back to the station.
Alright. Let's find the atomic bomb of the bioprobe.
So, you have a scanner now.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
We use the scanner.
Yeah, time
we're
to
back.
switch it on.
We're back at the shuttle, right?
Yes.
Aw.
And heading back to the station.
Rhett grabs his, immediately goes for his handheld scanner and scans the scanner.
There's nothing unusual about it.
Yep,
Darn.
that's a scanner.
But it's from TTI. Oh well.
So I guess switch it on and start fiddling with it as we arrive at the station.
There is nothing to really fiddle with. It is extremely simple. Well, tell you if it detects a signal or if not. Now, right now it's telling you it's not.
Huh. Okay, well that's easy. So I say we go to the maintenance hangar, maybe?
Sounds good.
I mean, it's a good place to start as any. Dissenting opinions, assenting opinions.
On what?
Going to the maintenance hangar and start scanning where the Triumph dock.
Oh, no, that seems about the best place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get there without problem. There is nothing there though.
Is there a way to get from the maintenance hangar out into the maintenance skin? I'm trying to figure out where.
Of course, that is no problem at all.
Maybe we could talk to the guy we were interrogating earlier. Maybe he kind of knows where they took it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, put us through to the IRPF station and get our witness on the line. So we can work while we're searching.
Well, how are you searching?
That's a good question. I'm assuming, Blue Sky Station, so a lot of ground to cover. What's the range on this thing?
Check. Doesn't say your course. About what's it called? Say like about half the diameter of the station. Radius.
Oh.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So about half the... So basically, if we were to speed ourselves up, we could kind of scan back and forth, like in a flying car or something. Some sort of vehicle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can't requisition some sort of flying IRPF vehicle and a pilot, because we don't have a pilot. And I don't feel like having this be a contract that involves us crashing.
Beep beep.
Yeah, can probably do that. Yeah, that should be no problem. One of you give me a body exert operator check. difficulty 1. This was not difficult.
I don't have anything in operate, but my body exert is 4.
Oh,
I
okay.
have 3 in operate, but my body exert is 2.
Oh, I'm right in the middle then. I have a body of 3, but no operate.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted for a moment.
I mean, I haven't had good rolls at all this session, but this is a D12 and a D10 here.
Yeah.
Operate or what?
It's a body exert operate. We're trying to figure out who has the best bonus.
I have no bonus.
Oh, okay. So
But I have 3 in exert.
So it's between Duke and I, basically.
It's up to you.
You said you have 2, so you'd be 1d8, 1d10 plus. I don't know, it's gonna be kind of about the same.
Sure,
Whatever.
I'll give it a try. I have a boon in operate as well, so with
Okay.
which yeah, if you don't mind me rolling, sure, I'll do it, and I'll say I'll do it quickly per my boon.
Okay. If you fail, then I could roll.
And what was the difficulty again? Duke, you said
1.
1d8, 1d10, but
Difficulty is 1.
okay, cool. Hey, 15 and doing it quick.
Alright, nice. So, as you go about in a small craft, there's probably only room for 2 of you in there, plus the pilot. This is really just a small thing. You you fly across the station, basically in large circles along the interior. Thank you. Damn it. You do eventually pick up a signal.
Cool.
And with the help of the pilot and a bit of flying around, you manage to narrow the location down to a warehouse in one of the surplus storage areas of the station.
Ooh.
And from what you can tell, it is stationary.
Okay, well, that's a good sign. Okay, let Jackson know that we have eyes on the target, and how does he want to handle this? Because I don't want to overstep our bound.
I'm sorry, you're contacting Jackson?
Yes, gonna call Jackson and be like, boss, found it, how do you want us to handle this? Quick, quiet, loud? Like, we don't want this thing turning on.
Jackson will inform you that he is. After you give him the information, he's saying, "Yeah, okay, I'm getting some backup together to cut off escape roads and such, but they're maintenance officers. They have access to cameras and such, so they can probably find us. If you're willing, I think our best chance would be for you to get in there quick.
Okay, boss.
Surprise rate.
You gotta. It's your call, but absolutely, we'll give it a shot. We're gonna get on the horn with TTI, and as we go through with this, so that they can advise.
All right.
And let the rest of the crew that isn't on the little RPF craft know where we're headed. Land, meet up with the party, and head out.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of y'all.
I mean,
Who is let's see. Yeah, I mean, speed is of the essence, so we should probably just go straight there. Never mind.
yeah.
I had preparation thoughts, but I'm like, you know what? If we don't get there in time, then either they're gonna get away or something.
Yeah, and it's not like we have multiple scanners, so.
No, only one scanner, one handheld that only close. Well, kinda within a few feet. Or does it have a larger radius? I don't remember. I'll look that up real quick.
Sounds like we're gonna head straight for the warehouse then, Tygon.
Okay. There. Lost my place. There.
It's just within, yeah, the diagnostic engine just within a few feet, guessing. Just that little handheld thing. Yeah.
There. All right. So, so you are you have assembled and are closing in on the warehouse. Give me a mind perceive check. Difficult 2.
All of us?
Yes.
What perceive?
Mind.
Mind perceive. Character sheet.
Why did that roll twice? That wasn't supposed to roll twice.
You said 2, correct?
Okay, now that I found
Oh,
my
it
character now that I found my character sheet again, what was the difficulty?
2.
Okay.
Nope, still not my day.
Plunk. those dice didn't roll, they just kind of fell into place.
They really
Okay.
did.
So as you look around, and from Vandal, from what you have seen flying over the place, this looks like a good spot for a safe house. There are no real obvious escape routes, but on the other hand, there's also no real traffic around here. No other people around. So gives you the impression that people would hide out here, probably intend to wait out the heat.
Neat. Okay. So Vandal, in her experience, would probably just kind of nod and go, "Yep, looks like a safe house." All right. Let's take this carefully and stealthily, and just hope we can sneak up on these guys. All right.
We're off to find the monster.
So, how are you gonna do this?
As a group.
Stealthily, I'd say. Try and sneak up to the warehouse if we can. Avoid camera, line of sight, and such, if possible.
Mm-hmm. Well then, first give me a body perceive check. Difficulty 2.
It's for sight, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
Just Vandal?
And no, everybody may.
Okay.
Unless you can smell cameras.
Oh, what was that roll for?
Body perceive.
Body perceive.
So Vandal walked into a building.
She's like staring at her phone, trying to get a hold of the TTI people, just in case we need advice from the scientists. And she just, bap, walks into one of those little car stopper pylon things.
You said difficulty 2?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh my god. 6 rolls today. Of 5 of those rolls, I have rolled 1s.
I just keep threading that needle.
I just keep rolling under par.
I'll plus 1 the thing.
Okay, those who
Characters
succeed,
Squeaks should be the one leading the group at this point.
But you can pick up
You
cameras
do,
if they're being used strong enough.
you do notice a couple of cameras.
Oh.
It's gonna be a bit tricky, but you can probably sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with those camera locations in mind, I guess, yeah, try and sneak.
Okay. How are you going to do individual sneaking, or are you gonna try a group sneak?
I'd say group.
Okay. Then I need one to basically do the sneaking rolls,
Okay.
and the rest of you will follow.
I have a simplify in sneak and 4 ranks and a boon in it.
You don't want Reds. You don't want Red leading.
Okay. So Vandal will lead the stealth expedition, not exposition.
Why not both?
Stealth, I got a boon and 2 points, but I assume it's going to be using body?
Presume.
That would be yes.
If we're going to be sneaking exposition-wise, we should do it like Kronk.
Oh no.
Shut up.
If it's body exert, I have a 4 in body exert.
It's body exert, stealth, difficulty.
Okay, so I'd be rolling a d68.
I'd be rolling D.
I have a body exert of 3, and I have a stealth of 3 with a boon.
Okay. I'd say Squeaks does it.
The squeaky one.
I can't talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what was the difficulty for the stealth check? 2?
No, 3.
3. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, my audio cut out.
That's okay.
Plus.
Back now.
Last thing that I heard was Vandal will be rolling D68.
Razzy's rolling it.
Yeah, I've got 3 body, 3 in stealth, and a boon.
Nice.
Hit it! And a free +1 because of the boon!
All right.
Threading that needle once again.
Yeah.
So, you make it like through the outer gate, and careful, waiting. Okay, coast is clear. Camera's not looking. All right, come on, guys. And through that, you will eventually make it to the door, which is not directly covered by cameras. So you have like a moment of pause there by the door.
Okay. Well, does anybody have a clean sweep to see what's inside?
Do I have
I do.
Sweep it. Let's see what we're looking at.
At least I
Keep
think
in
my mates
mind, clean sweep has a really big range.
Yeah, it's like 5 kilometers or something like that.
And you
But-
can't narrow it down.
Oh.
You can or can't.
Can't.
I
Oh.
thought you. Oh, in 1.0 you could. Ah,
You're not playing 1.0.
darn.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
So-
it's intentional. That.
Okay.
They have a range of about half a mile in all directions and can be dialed down to a lesser area to avoid false positives. How much of a lesser area, it doesn't say.
Well, the problem is still you won't be able to tell if if it shows people in the warehouse right in front of you or the warehouse next door.
Right.
Okay.
Because what I remember with certainty is that it doesn't show directions.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just gives you a number of targets in the area. It does. Yeah. No little radar grid thing.
Yeah, it basically just tells you there's things here. Where? I don't know,
Yeah.
but there's things.
So, what are you doing?
I mean,
Well,
I suppose we don't have a choice. Let's try and sneak into the warehouse. Get the door open quietly.
How big is the warehouse though? That we're in.
Good question.
It's a warehouse, not a storage shed. So
Well, since this warehouse is practically empty except for assumingly us and whoever's there, maybe no, because the other warehouse is next. Is this the part of the station where should hardly anybody, or can we tell that?
there's not much going on here. That doesn't mean that there's absolutely nobody except for you here.
Okay. I was just checking.
You can use the clean sweep if you want to, but I'm gonna tell you whatever result you get, there's no guarantee that that is the actual result of people in that warehouse.
Alright.
I'd just say we just work in or sneak in. Which in that case, check to see if it's locked.
It is.
Okay, I can fix that. Sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
Mind or body?
Whichever you want. Mind if you wanna go for a hacking approach. Body if you wanna go more for the like mechanical approach.
Hacking.
You know, like open the panel and cross a couple of wires. Then mind. Mind. I'm gonna say difficult 2.
Boon for quietly.
This is
Nice.
yeah, no problem. Door opens.
Alright. In quietly.
In quietly. Where is this? If you would scroll down a little.
Oh.
I see.
This large room has industrial equipment sitting around under tarps, waiting to get used, and various element uses. I don't actually know that word.
What is it?
Type it in chat.
Boluses. That is. I don't recognize that word.
For the printers to use for the creation of reinforced objects.
Oh. In medicine, a bolus or administration is a discrete amount of medication, drug, or compound in a specific time.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a small, rounded mass of substance.
Yeah, basically it's what you swallow after you chew. That's a bolus. So I don't know. Oh, it's out.
Eat it.
It got a bolus is what the results of after something got chewed.
Oh, I think in this case that just means that it is raw material, as in really raw, ready for use in printers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully, because this thing doesn't have a digestive system.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit.
No, and it says element boluses for use in printers.
Okay. Okay.
At the far end is a pair of stairways leading to a catwalk on which stand 4 people. 2 appear to be armed with rifles, 2 more have handguns with wicked-looking melee weapons. Through the steel grating that is the catwalk floor, you can see the silhouette of the TTI case.
They have it up there with them.
Hmm.
Oh. Poop. Well, I was hoping it would be down below so we could grab it, but, well, so much for that.
Oh. Oh.
And,
Oh. What
so,
if?
you basically here.
Okay.
And now you have about a week to think about how to proceed, because I think we need. This is about stopping time.
Okay.
Kick the door down. Say, sup?
The door's already open.
Close the door and then kick it open.
Yes.
It's a sliding door.
Oh,
Darn.
fine.
No.
Are we just? No, we're not.
These four people, they have not noticed you yet. So you have the option of doing a bit of sneaking.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't think with Rhett standing still outside, not just inside yet, but so I'm meta thinking right now.
Yeah.
Well, stop it.
It's. Don't know if he would notice it or not, or think it.
Okay. Well, if that's
But
where we're wrapping up, then
But if it is what I think it is scary.
what? Never mind.
What are you going on about?
The printer, the biomatter.
There is no printer here. There's no
No printer?
biomatter here.
Oh, okay.
There's just industrial printer raw material, but there's no printer.
Oh,
Because this is just storage for the station.
okay. Never mind then. False thoughts.
Yeah, because keep in mind, everything in this world is printed.
Before we
Yep.
end it, any housekeeping?
Well, you get your XP.
15, right?
Yep.
Yay!
And, I mean, that is it, I think. Nothing else I can think of.
Okay. Current running total 603. All those confirmed?
Yep. That's what I got.
We
Yay!
have so much XP to spend once we can.
I have way so much to spend.
I do too.
138.
Oh, that's chump change. I have more than that.
Oh, show off.
I have
I got
183.
53. With one more session's worth, I would be able to get that second body stat that I want, so I'd be 4 in both. Muhaha.
Huh.
I need more proficiency points.
If I just. So my scary thought was, if that was a printer and that was biomatter stuff in those containers that they could print and maybe feed that thing if they were to activate it.
Oh no.
It's
That was my scary thought, but it's not. There's no biomatter, no printer. So
and even if it's not something you feed.
Feed.
When the
is-
thing activates, it goes berserk. It doesn't go and ask for food.
This isn't
Yeah.
tribbles.
True. I forgot about that too.
Okay,
I'm still waking up.
that's fair. I already ran 2 miles.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I am gonna go make my breakfast and get ready for the rest of the day.
Okay. I'm
All
pulling.
right.
I'm taking
Okay.
down the
Michael.
stream. Goodbye, everybody.
I might
Farewell.
go
Oh
back
yeah,
to
bye
sleep.
everyone.
Bye, hugs.
Thank you.